Hello, my name is Elliot Ozment, and I've been asked to make a few comments about the announcement that was issued this morning by the U.S. government that says that TPS will be ending for the people from El Salvador.
Mi nombre es Elliot Ozment y he sido pedido a hacer comentarios sobre el anuncio que ocurrió esta mañana del gobierno americano sobre el TPS de El Salvador.
This is a program that has lasted that has been in effect for many years, and it was due to conditions in El Salvador that made it advisable for the United States to give temporary protection to the people from El Salvador so that they would not have to return to a country that was devastated and could not accommodate an influx of additional people at the time.
Este programa ha sido ejecutivo por muchos años y era por condiciones del gobierno americano para dar protección temporaria a todos los habitantes del país de El Salvador, estando en un país lleno de caos.
This announcement will affect approximately 200,000 people that have had TPS from El Salvador.
Este anuncio va a afectar 200,000 personas que tienen TPS que son de El Salvador.
It really comes as no surprise to those of us in the immigration law business because this is simply one other country in a line of other countries that has lost its TPS status since Donald Trump became president.
Este anuncio no es una sorpresa en esta oficina o de abogados practicando ley de inmigración. Este es un país de todos los países que el presidente Donald Trump está haciendo estas decisiones.
Now, it's very important that the people who have TPS from El Salvador understand two things. Number one, they need to understand they have until September 2019 to make substitute arrangements. And number two, they need to understand that there are several possibilities for people whose TPS will be ending to do something else in order to stay here in the United States.
Quiero dejarles saber dos cosas muy importantes si usted tiene TPS. Número uno, que haga planes, por favor, antes de septiembre de 2019, cuando ya cancelen el programa por total, de hacer arreglos sustituyendo este TPS. Y número dos, haga cita con nosotros porque podemos hablar y encontrar en su caso específico posibilidades que le puede ayudar a usted.
Now, fortunately, those of you who do have TPS have approximately a little over a year and a half to do other things that might enable you to stay in the United States.
Fortunadamente, hay muchos de ustedes que tienen 18 meses para hacer diferentes arreglos y para hablar sobre su caso, a ver qué diferentes oportunidades tienen.
Let me just enumerate two or three possibilities. One possibility is that those of you that have TPS and have U.S. citizen children who are of the age of 21 or older could be eligible to get a green card through adjustment of status.
Una de esas posibilidades es si usted tiene hijos nacidos en este país que tienen 21 años o más, es posible que usted sea elegible a recibir su residencia en ayuda de ello.
We here in Tennessee and a few other surrounding states are very fortunate because we live in what lawyers call the Sixth Circuit. And the Sixth Circuit Court, which is in Cincinnati, has held that anybody who has TPS status qualifies to adjust status and get a green card if they can be sponsored by a qualified member of their family.
Muchos de los abogados en esta parte del país, quiero decirles que nosotros estamos bajo la jurisdicción de la Corte Sexta Circuita y ellos permiten que una persona con TPS puede ajustar estatus si sus hijos son ciudadanos americanos.
That is a very, very big benefit. And let me explain to you why it's so big.
Este es un gran beneficio y les voy a explicar por qué.
First of all, it means that you can get a green card without having to leave the country and without having to get a hardship waiver, which can be very expensive.
Número uno, porque usted no tiene que salir del país. Y número dos, no necesita un perdón, porque uno de esos perdones puede ser muy caro.
It also means that you could probably get your green card within 6 to 8 months of the time that you file your adjustment of status application.
Y otra cosa, después de someter su petición de ajuste de estatus, es muy posible que usted reciba su residencia entre 6 a 8 meses.
Now, you should not wait until September 2019 to do this. You need to take steps now to take advantage of this opportunity.
Les urjo que no esperen hasta septiembre del próximo año para empezar este procedimiento. Hagan pasos ahora.
You also need to be careful who you go to for legal advice. You need to go to a qualified and experienced immigration lawyer.
También tengan mucho cuidado y ser bastante cuidadizos en quién le está dando consejería legal. Vaya a un abogado que tenga experiencia bajo la ley de inmigración.
There are some lawyers that might not know about this ability to do adjustment of status. So you need to go to an immigration lawyer that has many years of experience.
Hay muchos abogados que practican ley de inmigración que no conocen este reglamento donde uno puede ajustar estatus. Consígase un abogado con bastante experiencia.
Above all things, do not go to a notario.
Por favor, nunca vayan a un notario.
These people do not know immigration law. They are not lawyers. And anytime they give out immigration advice, they are doing something illegal.
Ellos no son abogados, no practican ley, y si ellos dan consejería legal y migratoria, eso es algo ilegal.
Every week in this office, I see people who have gone to a notario for their cases, and they come to us when their case is totally messed up.
Cada semana tengo consultas con clientes que van a notarios públicos donde ellos han dañado su caso.
This opportunity that you have now is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get permanently legal in the United States if you qualify for it. And you should not take a chance on getting bad advice from a bad lawyer or from a notario. You need to come to a qualified attorney that can give you accurate legal advice.
Esta oportunidad es única. Por favor, no la malgaste yendo a un notario o un abogado que le va a dar mala información. Asegúrese que el abogado tenga experiencia en lo que habla.
Now, another way that you can change from TPS to something else that can eventually get you a green card is if you have been the victim of a violent crime in the last year or two.
Una otra oportunidad que usted tiene es, para cambiar la TPS en otra cosa, es si usted fue víctima de un crimen entre el último año, entre los últimos 2 años, si usted fue víctima de un crimen.
Salvadorians with TPS have until now never had to worry about the expiration of their TPS. And so many of you might be surprised to learn that you can transition from TPS to a U visa.
Muchos salvadoreños ahora se están preocupando porque ya conocen que su TPS se va a expirar. El TPS puede ser transferido si usted es víctima de un crimen de TPS a una visa U.
Now, the nice thing about a U visa is that you can get an employment card under a U visa for 3 years and then have it extended 1 more year.
Lo bonito de una visa U es que le pueden dar una tarjeta de empleo que es vigente para 3 años y poder someter una extensión para 1 año más.
But the best news of all is that after you've had the U visa for 3 years, you can then file for adjustment of status to get a green card.
Y después de tener su visa U por 3 años, usted puede someter una petición para ajustar estatus.
Now, in order to do that, you need professional help. Not every attorney is experienced in getting adjustments of status from U visas.
Ahora, para esto usted necesita ayuda profesional. No muchos abogados tienen la experiencia en llenar estas solicitudes correctas.
But if you qualify to get adjustment of status from a U visa, this means that you will also not have to leave to get a waiver. You can simply go to an interview in Memphis and get your green card there.
Y si usted califica para una visa U, usted no tiene que salir del país y usted no necesita un perdón. Lo único que necesita hacer es ir a una entrevista ahí en Memphis.
So, the important lesson for you to remember today is that if you have TPS and you are from El Salvador, that will end in September of 2019, and it means that you may be able to get a green card if you act now. Do not wait.
La lección de hoy es, si usted tiene TPS y es de El Salvador, el TPS expira septiembre del 2019 y es muy posible que usted pueda obtener una residencia, pero tiene que actuar ya. Hágalo pronto, no espere.
If your TPS is ending, then we invite you to call our office at Ozment Law at 321 or 615-321-8888 and get an initial consultation with our office. We would be delighted to help you.
Si usted tiene TPS, por favor llámenos a nuestra oficina 615-321-8888 y haga una cita para una consulta. Sería nuestro placer en ayudarlo.
Thank you very much, and you have a nice evening.
Tengan muy buenas noches. Gracias.